Excuse me, sir. Sir, how did you get rich?
How did I get rich? Have you ever had to call a plumber?
A plumber?
I owned one of the biggest plumbing companies in the world.
Are you serious? How big was the company? What was the most amount of money you made in a single year?
I sold the company in 2023 for £4.1 billion.
So not dollars?
Proper money, £4.1 billion.
Can I interview you for a minute? I go all over the world interviewing billionaires to help the younger generation.
I'm in a hurry, but
Just for 1 minute.
I can give you 5 minutes.
Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Did you come from a lot of money growing up?
No, I didn't. My dad was in the civil service. My great-grandparents were mill owners in Huddersfield and West Yorkshire. They lost all the money in the Great Depression of 1929. So he said, don't go into business. But I was inspired by Lord Hanson, famous industrialist from the 1960s. I remember to this day, my dad lifted me on his shoulders and we looked over the wall of the big house at the end of the cul-de-sac in Yorkshire and watched the helicopter land. I remember saying, Dad, I want one of those. He said, well, don't be in the civil service like me earning a pittance. You need to run your own business. That's the day I wanted to be an entrepreneur, even if I didn't know that word.
This is fascinating to me because we're talking about plumbing, home services here. This isn't a necessarily sexy business, but you built it into a £4 billion company. Talk to that young person out there that thinks that they have to go invent the next Google. There's a lot of opportunities in some of these really niche, unsexy businesses.
Yeah, you don't. My advice to any aspiring entrepreneur would be, first of all, copy a business model. We're taught at school that copying homework is bad. In business, I would say copy and then improve slightly.
So don't reinvent the wheel.
Don't reinvent the wheel. Go and buy a copy of Entrepreneur magazine. It's got all of the franchise businesses listed. Run through it, decide which is the business you want to run, copy their model, but do it yourself. Don't buy a franchise. Hire a few people to work for you, and that's how you become very wealthy.
I'm going to challenge you, Richard. Take me back to the most life-changing conversation you ever had. What is the greatest piece of advice that you received throughout your career?
It was from Jim Collins, who wrote the book Good to Great, the second best business book ever written. And he said, to be successful, you need to be a hedgehog. Entrepreneurs are like me. We're all foxes. We're always looking for the next opportunity. We have an idea every day and we need to be hedgehogs, moving in a methodical direction. If somebody comes along and has a harebrained idea, we put up our prickles, we ignore it, and we keep going with a very simple, clear model without distractions.
So you said that was the second best business book that's been ever been written. What's the first one?
The best book that's ever been written is called How to Make a Billion in 9 Steps.
Who's that by?
It became a bestseller in the Sunday Times list when it came out in July last year, and it's written by me, Richard Harpin.
So how does someone make $1 billion? Tell me right now, man. How does somebody make $1 billion?
There are 9 steps. Number 1 is copy and pivot. Second one, get an investor to help your business to scale. Thirdly, get a coach and a mentor. Really important to learn from others. Number 4, have an omni-channel model. You don't just want to be online. You need to have stores or pop-up stands. You can't just rely upon the internet these days. Number 5, the hardest step for any entrepreneur, hire your replacement. Hire somebody that's better than you to run the day-to-day business. Hire a hedgehog, because as entrepreneurs we're foxes with too many ideas. Step 6, go global with locals. You can't send a Brit to America. You can't send an American to Britain. You've got to hire a local to head up your business, otherwise you won't be taken seriously. Step number 7 is evolution, not revolution. There is a role for revolution right at the start of a business, but thereafter keep evolving your business. We know lots of businesses that didn't keep evolving. Blockbuster, Nokia, Yellow Pages, they're dead or a shadow of their former selves. Number 8, how many people, if we ask them round here, have you got a to-do list? Everybody would put up the hand. Have you got a to-do list? Yes. Everybody puts up the hand. If you say, have you got a not to-do list? Nobody puts up the hand. I do now, because I've learned that a not to-do list is more important than a to-do list. And the final step to make £1 billion is hone your character. This is about forget the stuff that you're bad at, and I was bad at loads of stuff, and focus on the things that you're really good at and hire other people to do those other things that we don't like doing, like running the day-to-day. Get them to do it so you can focus on the vision and the growth and the business development.
Richard, you know they don't teach this in school, right?
I wish they did.
What is the most amount of money you paid in taxes in 1 year?
I paid nearly £100 million in paying tax when I sold HomeServe, but it was worth it because I made a lot of money, and I do believe in giving back and paying taxes. I don't believe in running off and living in a tax-free environment.
So you think that billionaires should pay their taxes?
Absolutely. So long as they stay relatively low and affordable, then here is a great place from which to start a business, scale a business, and turn it global.
How old are you now?
61.
61 years old. If me and you died tomorrow and you had one more message to leave with the younger generation, what would that be?
I would say if you're thinking about setting up a business today, what's your skill? What do you enjoy doing? Is it sales and marketing? Is it finance? Is it operations? Then go and work for a big company in an industry that you like and get experience for 2 or 3 years. Then go and work for a smaller entrepreneurial company in that same role, whether that's sales or marketing, finance or operations. After you've got 5 or 6 years of experience, go and negotiate with somebody else that might be retiring and say, I'll buy your business, but I'll pay you over 3 or 4 years out of the future profits. So you can buy a business, it's lower risk than setting up from scratch, and you can use their money to acquire it, which is called vendor finance.
That's beautiful advice right there, sir. Thank you so much for your